19 Alpha Cat, take 2.
I'm gonna rip this off and kill you! Which I did.
Welcome to the behind the scenes of Alien Planet. I'm Alan Maxson, the writer and director. I'm going to walk you through some of the behind the scenes footage of when we made the movie.
A little blood, please.
On this movie, there was a lot of blood. We used about 11 gallons in total. And as you can see here, in the Dweller prison scenes, there is lots of the actors having to fill their mouth with fake blood and barf it out. The blood was just pure corn syrup with red food dye. You can see Hunter there is filling his mouth with what we used there was spaghetti. We had spaghetti and rice, bread, muffins, and corn syrup for all the mouth blood. And we had separate blood for body and explosions because that stuff you don't want to swallow, whereas everything that we had them put in their mouth was non-toxic.
Keep rolling.
That's so dramatic.
So, Dad, how's it feel to be in the movie?
So far, so good.
Good.
And there's Richard acting like a goof.
Mark. Tail sleep.
We had a lot of fun filming the plant stuff. We only had 2 of those big plant tentacles to do all these shots with, so we had to repurpose them. And that plant right there, the one that you see in almost every shot, we only had 1 of, so we repurposed that. And those plants were string operated, so we had to get a plate and remove the puppeteer for every single shot.
Hold on. I don't know why I'm so happy.
I was at first.
Like Chef Maxson over here. That's all I got.
All right, actors step out. Let's get a plate. That was fantastic.
Oh, my arm.
Kyrie, Nahia did such a great job performing her.
From the top.
We had her in a green screen suit for compositing to remove her in post. And you'll see that she also has knee pads on, and that's because she's always crawling around on the ground. And I give her big props for going through everything she did to bring that character to life.
If you could just lay down on the axe, that'd be great.
She had the real task of making Kyrie look like she's standing, because the legs were very flexible, and so if she squished it too far down to the ground, the legs would bend like rubber, and so she was always constantly floating just above the ground, and it took a lot of work on her part. Kyle Gerard, who I've known since 6th grade, built this spaceship for me. And my brother and my dad and my other friends who I've known since high school, JJ and Keith, we all got together and we filmed the spaceship stuff.
Can't kneel.
Hot, bro. Don't breathe that shit in.
We basically filled Ziploc bags with gasoline and put a couple mortars in there and lit it and ran as fast as we could.
Fire.
Put her out.
That was awesome. A little bit of a surprise there, I think.
22 magic fish sticks, take 1.
Sorry.
No, it's great. It's good. Do it. Beat the shit out of me.
Hold on.
Here we're shooting at Fonco Studios. This is where we shot both Brocheet's ship and the Dweller's ship. You see the crew getting ready for the shot. And here's some Easter eggs for the audience. You'll see on Brocheet's ship, on the screen is Cookie from my film Christmas with Cookie. And then Patina from my short film. And that head right there is from Patina as well. So it's a little shared universe. Hopefully I'll get to tell the story of how they're connected someday. There's Matt Festel, audio extraordinaire. There's our DP, Matt Liel. And there's Randy, our B camera operator. We had 2 B camera operators, Randy and Kaylee, and we rotated them out based on their schedule and availability.
Coach Bees.
And there you see Jessica lubing up Hunter. We have to put some lube on all the actors before each take. We want them to look moist, like they're perspirating, so they look real and not just dry prosthetics. There's our dweller Eric, unmasked. And now in this rehearsal, what we're doing is we're talking about what we want the dweller to do. And we have to do all the walkthroughs with him with his helmet off because his vision's a little impaired. You know, there's holes for him to see and breathe, but they're relatively small. So we do it all with his helmet off for comfortability and also so he can actually, you know, get his muscle memory down and choreograph it out. And we also have to choreograph the camera work. The camera operators need to know where they're going to be moving and what they're going to be focusing on for each shot. So we have to go ahead and do that as well. As a creature performer, once you have one hand on, it's always difficult to put the other on, so you always need a little help when you're getting suited up before a take. Dweller going to his sleeping area. Here we are, lubing him up. I'm probably laughing because I'm assuming Jessica squirted in one of the holes and probably got his face filled with lube. Poor Eric. And there's Shayna offering water to our dweller. All good makeup artists always keep their creature actors hydrated because you sweat a lot in those hot and heavy suits, so we gotta make sure everybody's drinking water all day. There's Alexandra making the crew laugh. It was a lot of fun making this movie.
I will gladly drink Zod for the rest of my life, if that means I can hit blah blah blah.
Prepping the carcasses with fake blood and spaghetti, and I think this scene, we had a muffin covered with mouth blood that she picks up and takes a bite out of. And here we're doing a little vomit rehearsal of how we want her to gag and barf out the carcass blood after she eats it. Choreographing the shot with Matt. Once again, Jessica lubing everything up, making sure the carcass looks gross and slimy, even the hair. So we had hair on those carcasses so that it was very obviously a different creature other than Gairi, so that he knows that Gairi is okay. We constantly had to fix those chains. They weren't real chains because we didn't want to have the metal dinging around and making noise over their dialogue. So we had plastic chains, and they kept breaking every time that they moved. So it was a constant battle of re-putting it back together around their necks. Adding a little more blood, as we did before every shot. Always adding more blood. Also used lots of haze and lots of fog in the whole movie. Gave it a great atmosphere. And the camera team, they always had to get just as dirty and physical as the actors. almost every stunt scene, the actors are fighting and falling, and the camera was right there doing the same to follow it. So big credit to all three of the camera operators capturing everything so well. Neil's checking his Instagram. Shot list for the day. Here we are choreographing the first fight scene between Brocheet and the Dweller. Hunter was also our stunt coordinator, so he choreographed our big fight scenes. And Eric is flinging Hunter around quite a bit in this scene, and so we definitely don't want anybody getting hurt. Walk through it nice and slow with the helmet off so Eric can see what he's doing. And we have to talk about where we want him to stab him exactly, because that's where we're going to put the blood cannon to launch the blood after. And it all has to match. When doing any stunt where we're stabbing near people's faces, even if it's with a prop and it's not real, we still want to just rehearse it over and over to make sure we're perfect. We do not want to, stab anybody in the eye or knock any teeth out. We did this with this bone in his neck scene, and we also did it later on with Locke, also on the Dweller. She had the hook that she puts in his mouth to pull him back when she shoots him in the face. And we just walked through everything very slowly and made sure we did it perfect. Safety is always number one on set.
Cool.
Wow.
Scene 19, Alpha Cat, take 1.
Texting his Dweller family at home.
Quiet on set!
And Camp Speedy.
Great, let's get it all stuck to my hand before I start.
This scene was funny because the heart that Hunter was throwing at the Dweller was super sticky from all the fake blood. It was basically sugar, so as he threw it, it kept sticking to his glove, and it would either hit the camera or miss the Dweller, and it took quite a few takes to get it, but in the end, we got the perfect shot.
Wake up, Buckley!
Recording. Oh, there we go. Now it's recording.
And there's Ashley and Alexis, part of our makeup team. The makeup on this movie was one of the most important parts of this film. The beautiful prosthetics were sculpted by Todd Tucker and Martin Astles from Illusion Industries. And then Alexis, our makeup department head, she spent months pre-painting all of the prosthetics before we filmed. It was just the icing on the cake. There was about 50 or 60 prosthetics that she had to paint before filming. The reason why we had so many prosthetics is because they're one-time use. Each actor needs their own, and every day they need a new prosthetic.
Close your eyes.
Quiet on set! I shunned the sun. You mean squint?
Yeah.
No, shun the sun.
22, messy entrails, take 1.
This was a great spot where we had so much property to work with, so we were able to shoot almost all of our exteriors here. It was great. This one was a true example of how physical the camera team got. Randy did quite a bit of running around to capture this fight, and as you see, he's walking through with an imaginary camera, because cameras are heavy with all the lenses and gear and batteries and stuff, and so we're going through and making sure that we have motions down, before we waste all of our energy carrying the heavy equipment and rolling the shot.
Action!
You can see Randy flipped the camera upside down right there. That was a cool idea he had. Made a few tweaks, things that fit better for her on camera, and do another take.
Action!
That's the body of Prefect Lucan. And Victoria, she actually had this great idea to just build him out of dirt. Our actor wasn't there that day, so she sculpted his full life-size body out of dirt and covered it with the blanket, and it worked well. It looks like a real body under there.
You're panicking.
Exactly. Daddy, no!
But for highlights to mount, she's got
Hope you all enjoyed watching the behind the scenes of Alien Planet.